Muscle Talk, me and the legend Jason Arntz. What's up, dude?
Going on.
Yeah, so 4 weeks till the Olympia, and I'm trying to get, a good group of guys that people want to hear to come on and do a preview with us. So me, you, I'm trying to see if we get, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But so far, I ain't got any bites. We'll see.
Right.
You got anybody in mind? I mean, you've been like a bodybuilding superstar forever.
To do an Olympia preview?
Yeah, on the 25th. To record it on the 25th.
I like having King. What about Jose?
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah, it's been long enough since the muscular development thing. He shouldn't have a problem.
Jose and King are always good guests, dude. I always like having them on.
Oh, if I can get those two on, that'd be great. All right.
Yeah.
I'll hit Jose up. Yeah, that would be a good recommendation. Anyway, before we get started, I got to tell you what happened to me this weekend.
I made a mistake, okay?
A mistake? What were you trying to put it in? Her purse?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got into a little bit of a argument with my wife.
I want you to leave. Get out of here. Just get out now.
No, I want to stay. I want to talk about this.
Oh, well.
But listen, it wasn't my fault though.
How was she?
Uh-oh.
Was she good?
Don't answer that.
She was
Awful. She was
horrible.
Not good.
Nothing
compared to
She was different. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Good? Different?
Nobody likes change.
Like at all. No, it really wasn't. She wants to fuck around and play games. We'll play games, So we're hanging out. This is Saturday night. Work Saturday. Yeah, and then we were just hanging out Saturday night. We were just watching some stupid ass movie, and she's on her iPad, and out of the blue, she goes, "If I gave you a hall pass, who would you pick?" So I said, "What do you mean hall pass?" She goes, if you could have any girl and no consequences, you could spend the night with any girl you want. Yeah, well, I'll get to that. I said, you could spend the night with any girl you want. Who would it be? So I said, you go first. So she always, Vin Diesel, that's her guy. She likes Vin Diesel. She always likes Vin Diesel, right? And that don't bother me, right? I don't give a shit, Vin Diesel, right? I mean, I kind of have some kind of striking resemblance to him.
Right. Anytime. We'll see you next time.
And so was that the kids' friends?
Yeah, we had a pasta party at the house tonight.
Really?
The whole girls varsity soccer team. They're all. I thought we'd be done. That's why I needed to start a little later. But
that's all right. Don't worry about it, man. That's pretty cool.
They're out in the back and they're all filtering out.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So she says Vin Diesel. She goes, "Who would you pick?" And I went, Vanessa across the street.
Yeah, it's bad.
You want to fuck around and play games? Right. Still want to play? You still want to play?
Is she still mad?
She's screaming right now, actually.
Really?
I guess she just heard me.
Right.
But it was like this shock, and I was like, "You asked," and then she got really like, "Man, I'm like, I'm kidding. It's really a commute thing. She's right across the street. It's all about. I don't have to worry about airfare."
Yeah, bad answer.
Yeah. But I'm never gonna give a fucking serious answer when you ask me stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Right. Vanessa's got some fucking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know Vanessa, but good for you. Good for you.
You never played that game with your wife?
No.
Really? She never said that.
No, I don't know if.
Because it's always a trap.
Well, that's why you don't answer those questions.
So fuck it. If it's a trap and you want to play these trap games,
she knows better to ask me. Is
she available?
She's in the other room.
Oh, all right.
I
would like her opinion.
What do you think? Hey, Han.
What about what my answer was?
Oh. Come here a sec. You don't have to go on camera. Just come over here a second. Remember the movie Hall Pass? Remember? So the married couple, so she gives him one night to go and do whatever he wants with somebody. And she gets a night and said, "Who would you pick?" Sure.
I don't know.
But tell them what my situation was, because
So she was playing the game with John, and tonight who'd you pick? And, she said Vin Diesel. And she has this thing for Vin Diesel, which is John. No, it's bad, doesn't bother him. It's an actor, whatever. Yeah. She said, well, who would you pick? It was Vanessa from across the street.
No. Oh, are you serious?
No.
I wouldn't mind.
You might have been. You might have been. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's not. Yeah. That's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, she knows I'm breaking up because you're gonna like we do this shit. Well, not all the time, but we've done this shit before, right? And I'm gonna give you an answer you don't like. Anyway, so there's two topics I want to talk to you about, right? Actually, it's all right. So Sergio Oliva Jr. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, well, refresh me because
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Sergio. Huge, because he was right after Samson. I think he was the next guy to come on right after Samson, and he came on twice, and he had really nice words to say about me. So I'm a huge fan. But we got to keep it 100, right? You got to keep it 100. He's literally all over the map, figuratively and literally all over the map. So now he's moving to Spain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he went from Chicago originally to Cali, from Cali to Dubai.
Right.
Dubai, and then he's going to Spain, and right. he was going to go to Mexico, but he decided that he's going to go to Spain.
Who's he hooking up with in Spain?
Dorian. Right. So Dorian Yates is going to be training him in the gym. Aceto's not going to be training him with his nutrition anymore. It's going to be who is it going to be? What's his name? Who's the guy who trained Flex Lewis?
Oh, shit, yeah. Yoda, Neil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Neil. So I'm pretty sure it's Neil. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, people in the comments. But I'm pretty sure it's Neil doing his his supplements and super subs and nutrition, and he's going to be training with Dorian in Spain. But here's my question to you, man. Don't you think to be successful in anything you got to be kind of grounded, right? Right. With tunnel vision. What do you think?
Well, this might be his tunnel vision. The problem is, I was different, dude. I wanted to know how to do everything. I wanted to know why things work. I wanted to know why your body responds certain ways. I wanted to know how to train, how to break it down, how to diet right, how to prep. Dude, and not many people are like that. Most people don't want to fucking, because, dude, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. It's a lot, and believe me, that's just me. I don't know how to do it any other way, Mm-hmm. But the majority of people, dude, don't want to fucking think about it. They want to just go to a guy, tell me what to work out, tell me what to train, tell me what to eat. So in terms of that, is he grounded? Maybe that is being grounded in that sense. Grounded in the sense where he's fucking all over the place. I agree.
Yeah.
He's not very well grounded,
Well, because my attitude is if you're grounded, like moving all over the planet, you're probably not grounded in everything else, right?
Well, dude, there's Sean Roden moved out to Vegas to train with.
That's different. That was
Charles.
Well, Psycho Lewis and Charles Glass and But
people do that,
Yeah, no, I get it. Like I get it, and it brought him to an Olympia victory. But he's going from one part of the planet to the other part of the planet to the other part of the planet. And then he said, and then when they asked him why, he said, well, originally I wanted to go to Mexico because I always wanted to learn to speak Spanish because it always bothered me that I didn't speak Spanish and my father did. So now he's going to Spain because of Dorian. I don't know. Seems all over. It seems fucked up.
Right.
Everything okay over there? You have to.
Hold on. What broke? Shut up. We have a
Now they're breaking shit.
We have a casualty.
What'd you say?
We have a casualty.
Oh,
My daughter seems to want to hold onto her phone and her speaker while she's cleaning glass up and everything else, and drops the glass.
oh man.
Phone's fine though. Don't worry, the phone is safe.
Yeah.
That
Just the older
speaker-
one or the younger one?
Older one.
Oh yeah. I thought maybe she was at a Greek wedding. They're just smashing plates.
But yeah, you know, he does seem a little unstable in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, with that in mind, because I see he had a supplement line, he had this, he had that, he's with this guy, he's with that guy. Like,
Right. It seems like a
like-
lot. I want to double check to see who he is training with, because I'm pretty sure it is Neil, but I want to get it right if it's not Neil. But
Neil
then
Hill.
again, Neil Hill, right? Does it say anything? I don't know. He did an interview on RX Muscle. I only watched like half of it. So but yeah, he's kind of all over the place. But listen, whatever, it is what it is. Plus, he's not a young dude anymore. How old is he?
He's
Late 30s by this point.
mid. No, I don't know, late or mid.
I'm not sure because I don't know. Yeah, mid to late 30s figure. Not that it's not young. He's still got time. You know, he could definitely improve. Don't get me wrong, right? But it's not like you're mid to late 20s. Yeah. Absolutely. He could definitely be winning more shows. You know,
Well, he needs to. He needs to. And look, whatever. You know, I say this a lot, but you know, who am I to say? But he needs to have a good year where he's consistent and he does one show and you don't fucking hear him again.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he needs to keep it going and get it out there and get seen and improve and then tweak this and tweak that and get a little bit better. And if he's going to make a run, you know, in the IFBC.
You know what I think what happens to him, and it happens to a lot of guys. I think he's so popular. You know, his Instagram is, I think, over 1 million followers, if I'm right. And he's making money with endorsements. He makes money with Instagram. He makes, let's see, how many for? Oh no, I'm sorry. No, he's 600,000 subscribers. Yeah. But you know, he's probably living very comfortably. You know, he's single. He don't have any kids. You know, I don't know if he's got a girl or whatever. You know, he's probably living extremely comfortably. And that, you know, what's that expression? I think it was Marvin Hagler that said it's easier to get out of the projects, get up and leave the projects to go jogging than it is silk sheets. Yeah. You know, so I think a lot of guys, you know, I think that's what happens. Right. You know, well, it's not like back in your day where in order to get that endorsement, you had to compete and you had to fucking win. And, you know, I think now basically what separates the men from the boys are just your inner character. Yeah. Like, do you want to win or don't you? You know, right. That's just my opinion. The other thing I wanted to ask you, because I have my opinions, but I always want to get your opinion because you've been there and you've done it and you've done it on an elite level. Brett Wilkin dropped out of the Olympia. Yeah. After he was, I think he did, I forgot what show he did last year, and he qualified early. And he said that he had some kind of stomach problem, couldn't hold food down. He was vomiting and shitting himself.
I heard his thing on Instagram.
Yeah. I did a video on it and whatnot. What's your take on that?
I mean, I don't know what his. I don't know what his.
It's hard to say. Yeah.
Yeah, there's times when, you know, I didn't want to eat for a show, and I'd eat it. It would come up, and you fucking get it down. Dude. You commit to a show, you do it. You know, just, you know, and not to, you know, undermine whatever Brett was going through, because it could be serious. It could be severe. Maybe he's downplaying it. Who knows? Yeah. You know, but dude, I can't tell you one time, you know, where a prep was smooth or easy. You know, like it's
right.
And you could ask anybody who's competed before. It's never, you know, I hear guys, oh, it's not going right, I'm going to back out because everything's not perfect. Dude, it's never going to be fucking perfect.
Right.
If you're waiting for the perfect prep, dude, you will never fucking do a show ever, you know? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that what he was going through wasn't severe. And if he was losing weight and really couldn't eat and had digestive issues where, you know, it's affecting his training and he literally couldn't hold weight. I get it, but I don't know if that's the case. I think he kind of indicated that was the case.
Yeah.
So he might have something going on, that maybe he doesn't want to talk about too much, and rightfully so. It's probably nobody's business, but his. Where do you think he would have placed anywhere? Where do you think he would have ended up?
I think he would have. Well, if it was Brett Wilkin,
prime, like in shape,
Yeah.
ready and at his best.
if he broke the, I think he's better. I think he
10 or no?
can. What?
10 or no?
I think he could place lower 10, lower, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I think in that category.
So,
But next year, we'll see what happens. We'll see really what his character is like next year. Because like if he really wants to train and win, then he'll jump into an early show next year and qualify. He'll do a New York Pro or something like that. And be like, fuck it, I got if he's kind of lackadaisical, blah 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 blah, this and that, then all right, maybe this kid really doesn't have what it takes, and that's the sad part. But like you said, I don't know. We don't know. We're just guessing. He might have been very severe. It could have been. I mean, what I said, when I did my review on him pulling out, I was joking around, but then I got serious and I said, no, if it's really severe, it's a good idea. If you can't hold food down.
Honest, just so you know, the IFBB doesn't take this lightly. So for you to pull out of a contract, which he has already signed that Olympia contract, so he had to have been diagnosed and have a medical note to pull out of that, or they would not let him out of that deal.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like, dude, hey, mom, write me a note, dude, I'm calling in sick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
no,
right.
like I'm sure it's legitimate.
Yeah.
And again, we all know doctors, and hey,
Oh, of course.
but he does have to provide that. He does have to get out of a legal binding contract that he signed with the IFBB.
Right.
And I don't know if it's AMI or who's hosting Olympia. But it's a binded contract, so he would have to provide a good medical excuse.
Right. Yeah. No. Like I said, man. Hopefully, this sounds strange. Hopefully, it is severe and it's not a lack of character, right? Because
so you're thinking that he just doesn't want to do it. And he's bad.
I don't know. I'm just saying that.
And then we may never know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because you can go to a doctor. Hey, listen, dude, I can't do this. And no problem, kid. I'll write you a note. We don't want to put your health in. Dude, you could say you're taking this, and this, and the doctor doesn't want to put your health in risk.
Right.
The normal shit we do. So
right. Yeah. No, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, basically, when I did the review of it, I just said, if it's a good idea, if he really was sick and he couldn't hold food down, you don't want to show up at the Olympia looking like crap, dehydrated, or have a bad showing. I get it.
Right.
But my the other side of it, which I didn't do in the review, is, well, let's see how he comes back next year, because you got to requalify. Yeah. And my attitude is if you really are gung ho, if you really want to get to that Olympia, you'll try to qualify early, and then train for that Olympia, like do the New York Pro or the Vancouver, Toronto, whatever, something.
And he did. Dorian 1 year, tore his bicep in prep for the Olympia.
Yeah, he still went. Yeah. Phil Heath had a stomach virus when he did the Olympia too. That I think the year or two before he won.
Cutler, one of his last years, he tore his bicep and had an injury. Dorian had a quad injury, lat injury, and dude, you fucking grind it out and you follow through,
So we'll see.
Maybe
we'll see.
Breed nowadays.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's what the problem. Well, okay, it is an entitled.
I do see more people pulling out
than ever.
For health reasons.
So Brett has 150,000 followers on Instagram. And the reason why I'm pulling that up with him and Sergio is I'm trying to see because we all know it's about social media, right? Like the supplement companies don't give a shit if you win anymore or not. They want to know how many subscribers you have or followers you have or viewers you have to push their products. So my attitude is, well, sometimes if, like I said about Sergio, like I don't know, just guessing. if he's got this tremendous income, this comfortable income, a lot of times it softens you, makes you soft. I mean, it's just the fucking truth, right?
What kind of income do you think he has from?
But I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm just saying that.
Not rolling in it,
No, he's not making Sergio money or Ramy money or anything like that. Ramy's got 5 million followers on Instagram, right?
Ramy also has backing from where he's from, dude.
Right, big time.
He has to leave his house again.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Maybe like a gym or something, that he owns a gym or something.
Well, I know he has fishing businesses. I know he has. I know he has fishing boats in Egypt, and I think he has several of them. So from what I understand, he has no problems with money at all. But he decided that he was going to be a political activist now. I don't know if you have seen his Instagram recently. He's and look, and I'm going to repeat myself because I did a reaction video on this too. I'm going to repeat myself. I don't know anything about politics. I know the basics. So what goes on between Palestine and Israel, I really can't tell you. But in the last week or so, he decided to be pro-Palestine, and he's putting it all over his Instagram. And I don't. Again, my biggest gripe is, well, if you wanted to be a political activist, and you could have did it while you were Mr. Olympia or chasing Mr. Olympia, but now when you're home and you got nothing to do. And when you put it on Instagram, how much does that really help? Really?
So wait, he's posting about that?
Yeah.
And he's in favor of it, or he's happy? Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, I'll show you. We'll pull it up. But I did a reaction video on it, and my reaction video basically was I don't respect somebody who takes a political stance, a powerful political stance, because that you do it after the fact. You do it during the fact when you have nothing to lose. You're not the best in the world anymore. You're pretty much retired. Nobody can take your money or endorsements or titles away from you anymore. And then I compared him to Muhammad Ali. I was like, you want to see what a person that really believes in what he wanted and what he believes in. That guy did it while he was the heavyweight champion, got his title taken from him, got his license taken from him.
Just going to jail for it.
And he was going to go to jail for it. And he had a fight and trial, and he still protested the war and he was Muslim. Where, when you kind of just throw a picture on Instagram after you decide that, you're not going to be competing in bodybuilding anymore, it's like, I don't know what is that going to do? I don't know. And besides, and Floyd Mayweather is sending money into Israel for some reason.
Is he?
Yeah. I doesn't the United States send? I don't know much about politics, but once I saw that, I Googled it. The United States, from what I understand, sends over $3 billion a year to Israel. I'm like, I don't think they need your money, Floyd.
Well, no, right. But we get money from them, dude. It's all in investing in the country and supporting the country, and
I'm sure it's a give and take.
Return,
right?
And don't believe all the shit we hear. It's all.
But
let me. If we didn't have the money, we wouldn't be doing half the shit we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I could. I'll pull it up.
We seem to never be short on money, except when it comes to they reduce our taxes a little bit.
Yeah, when it comes to us, yeah.
We still gotta hit you with these taxes.
Yeah. But then we're gonna send it to the Ukraine and Israel. Yeah,
we're gonna send it everywhere else, but you're taxes. Yeah. No. Property taxes, state taxes, income taxes.
Yeah, right.
You buy something, you're taxed on money that's already been taxed.
Let's see, where are you? So this was his latest. This is the one I did a reaction video on. This was yesterday, and it says, though I translated it because I don't know the languages. Those who are told that people have gathered for you fear them, and they increase their faith, and said, Allah is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. Allah is sufficient for us. He will guide your steps and make your feet firm. Men of Palestine, the fighting father, we consider you men. God chose you to support His religion and raise the flag, and we ask God not to deprive us of the reward of many sins. Men of Palestine, glory. Now, like again, I can't stress it enough. I did not do one iota of research So I don't know who's right or
I mean,
wrong, or if there is a right or wrong.
What does Cito say under there?
Okay. Ramy is and has been one of the most beloved persons in sports. For years, fans, athletes, coaches, officials all have universally accepted him as a torchbearer of honesty, sportsmanship, and goodwill. All that goes out the window when Ramy expresses something he feels important to express from the deepest recess of his soul. It says more about others than it does about Ramy. Your pain, your suffering, your point of view, your worldview means nothing. People who disagree with you want to pull a Laura Ingraham on LeBron James. Shut up and dribble. Some went to shut up and squat and eat 6 meals. But, again, I get it, Chris, but the thing is, he's doing it after the fact. At least LeBron had the balls to say it while he was playing basketball. Muhammad Ali did it while he was the best fighter in the world. Big Ramy's doing it while.
Well, did I?
Big Ramy's doing it while there is
not really. Not really.
How do you mean not really? He's done. He's not.
Well, no, I mean after the fact of after the bombings. But dude, they're always at war.
That's what I'm saying. So he could have.
So he's just putting his point across, whether you agree or not. Like, to be honest, dude, I don't really need to hear what people's views are. And
yeah. No, the only thing, like I said, the only thing was, you have a huge platform, so people are gonna read and listen and hear what you say. But it just seems people are so judgmental when it comes to this. You can't even have an opinion on anything. But that's what I'm saying. If that's the case,
that's why it's better not to say anything. And
that's why if you truly want to be a person of the people that you support, then who cares about the judgment of what anybody says? Because he didn't say a peep about politics. Anything, zero, nothing, zilch. The whole time he was chasing the Olympia, the whole time he won the Olympia, the whole time he was defending the Olympia, nothing. And now he decides.
Well, because to him, this hits home. You know what I mean? Nothing in the past probably ever hit home before.
Really? There's been shit happening in the Middle East forever.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
since I think.
Well, I know that. I mean, they're always at war, but this fucking children's hospital was bombed.
Bad, I know, real bad. It's bad. I think Joe Rogan had a girl on.
That's really hard to justify. And
yeah, I don't want to. I don't have a political show, so I don't like to talk politics. That's my only gripe. Otherwise, I don't give a shit.
Right.
There was something else I wanted to show you, but I don't remember. But we'll figure it out. Whatever. Anyway, so that's that. And then there was, what the hell else were we going to talk about? So you fucked me all up, man. this big Ramy bullshit. There was something else that I wanted to. Okay. Well, let's talk about bodybuilding. Oh, that's it. The Legion.
Oh,
dude, did you see? I don't know. I don't know what. They gave Justin Rodriguez third. I don't know how in the hell. And they gave Mac Charles fifth. And I'm like, what? Did you see what they looked like? It was. I'm like, how? And I did that review of that show on midnight because they were 3 hours behind on Sunday. So Sunday night I did the thing on midnight, and I was not pulling any punches. I was tired. My wife kept dragging me outside to check the Halloween decorations.
Make sure Vanessa wasn't jumping the fence and coming over.
No, Vanessa don't even fucking talk to me. She don't talk to anybody. So
right.
You
were Vin Diesel, she would talk to you.
Oh yeah, I should hope so. So do you know how many times I've got mistaken for Vin Diesel?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how many times? I was on a cruise ship with my wife on vacation. It was not Royal Caribbean. Not I don't know. Let's say it was Royal Caribbean. I don't remember which one it was, but it wasn't. And I'm on the buffet line on breakfast. And one of the workers comes over to me and puts his hand out and goes, "What's your name?" And I looked at him and I went, do you think Vin Diesel would be on a cruise ship buffet line?
Bro. So what's up, fam?
do you really think that's? And I was like,
know.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's just for people that are watching, let's pull it up because it was, dude, I don't know. And then there were a couple of guys that really got overlooked. One of which was Lewis Breed. I mean, it just blew me away, man. So the Legion. Where are we? I mean, it was just god awful, really. Look at this. Watch this. This was just. Here's Max Charles. Look what really.
Well, I've seen some better shots than those, dude. But you could definitely tell his chest.
You could tell what?
Chest hair.
Chest hair.
No, it's tear.
Oh no, that's Griffin. That's Charles Griffin.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Go back
No,
to,
this is Max Charles. I'm
Yeah.
saying this guy took fifth, and look at his back shots, dude. No, Charles Griffin deserved the victory, even with the chest hair. He looked insane.
Yeah, he was in shape, dude.
Oh yeah, but I just don't understand how this guy gets fifth, and this is another look at this. All right, and I was so frustrated with Justin Rodriguez because look how beautiful his shape is, and this is a guy that could have won the whole show if he just put another 10% of effort into it. Right, he has such beautiful structure, and then you turn first of all, and then you turn him around. It's like, dude, come on, you didn't. There's nothing. I mean, there's no hamstrings, there's no glutes, his lower back, he's holding water. I mean, but look how beautiful his structure is. If the guy came in 10% better.
When's the last time he nailed it right?
I believe he did.
When he really nailed it. He hasn't nailed it in a while.
No, he hasn't. He did a Arnold Classic 2 years ago. And if you remember the prejudging, he looked phenomenal. And then he came back at the night show, and it was just a disaster. Something happened. I don't know if you remember that at all. I think it was the Arnold Classic. But here's a guy that you just want to like shake and go, dude, Jesus, you're right there. Just fucking, because he clearly like 10% better, and he could have won the whole show. You know, and it's frustrating as a fan. You know, where so look at Charles, the pec tear, even with the pec tear, he wins. But look how high up the separation in his legs are, dude. That's impressive.
Dude, he was driven. He wanted to be there, dude. He had a lot to prove, you know.
Yeah, and look at his hand. His back isn't as pleasing to look at, but it's fucking nasty. He's got a nasty, grainy back with all the detail, right? But it's not as pretty as a Justin Rodriguez.
You see the video when he tore his pec?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
When did he do that?
That was dude, he was on the show was it before right before it happened or right after it happened?
So when you see, I'm not sure, when you see Max Charles and Justin
doing
Rodriguez,
incline presses, and you saw it through his shirt.
Oh yes, I did see that. Yes,
yeah.
I did see that.
Was that before or after he was on the show?
I think it was after. Yeah, it was after. So this was Lewis Breed, right? When you're gonna tell me he's not better than Max Charles or he's fucking chiseled.
You know, we've gone through this. You know, we're looking at pictures. You know,
I know it's just annoying. But let's see, Charles. I do remember when he tore the pec. Don't get me wrong. This most muscular is insane. Look how big his fucking traps are. It looks like he's got somebody like hanging on his back. Oh, you see his knuckles. I don't remember when I do remember him tearing his pec, but I think that was last year, right?
Yeah, it was a while back, dude.
And it was
this has been his first show since that, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to find it when he did because I do remember that. But and you saw it through his shirt. You're right. And but I think it was like a minor tear. But I don't know.
I remember you said it was minor, but
was it here? Was it here? Oh yeah, this is it.
This is it. I can't even watch.
You sissy Mary. Yeah. And oh, that was bad. Yeah, right then and there, you know he was done. All right, I'll stop it.
Yeah, get rid of that. I can't watch.
All right.
It's heartbreaking, but I feel for him. Like
yeah, but you know what? He'll probably deal with it after the Olympia. And you want to talk about a guy with heart and work ethic? There you go.
Yeah, but dude, there's nothing you could do for that now.
Really? I thought they can't do any surgery.
They could have but the thing is, I don't think it disattached. The muscle itself tore, so that's always going to be there. If he tore, the connective tissue, the ligament that connects with your anterior deltoid, your pec, and your bicep, your labrum, everything connects in there. If that would have torn, they could reattach that. That's an actual muscle tear where it just indented now, too.
Oh, man.
My heart goes out to him because it's such a cosmetic sport.
Yeah.
It's all for looks. If he was playing football,
nobody would give a shit. Yeah, right.
As long as your strength's there, you're fine. But this is something where he's visually, compromised now,
Ugh, yeah. Man.
He still won the show, dude. Good for him,
Yeah. Check out the big brain on Jay. He's a smart motherfucker, ain't you?
It's common shit, dude.
It's from Pulp Fiction. It's a line from Pulp Fiction.
I know. I've seen it.
It was on the other day.
It's always on, dude.
Really?
Like 80 cable channels and nothing's ever on except the same shit over and over.
Yeah, I just was like, I watched that, and when I did the review on the Legion, I was like, how do you stick Max? I said somebody has to tell Max Charles either to retire or go into the Masters category, because it's just to me it looks like worn elderly muscle at this point. It doesn't look like you could really.
Well, with Max, this is just a repetitive thing with him where he just not get it. Something's not. He's just not. He doesn't want it bad enough.
Because he took second in the Masters, so that means he's over 40, over 45, when it's over 40, right?
I think it's over 40, yeah.
So he's probably not going to get any better from here. So either join the Vinny Galante club and do the Masters, or retire. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
Vinny's doing the Classic next year.
Did he say that for certain?
Yeah.
Wow.
At some point, right? At some point.
All right. Listen, you gotta
look.
You gotta give him his props, because he doesn't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But it's almost I think he feels that this is just his identity.
Yeah, this is what he is. Yeah. And if he doesn't do this, he's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
you gotta get over that.
That's rough. That's rough.
You need something else in life, dude. You gotta.
Yeah.
Because now it's like it's starting to. You could see it. Like now.
Clearly, yeah. How much more do you want to accomplish, though? He's, for the most part, he turned pro as a Masters. He's dominated the Masters circuit since then, and he did the Masters Olympia. I mean,
so he finished last in the. All right, so at this point, there's nothing else to accomplish. He's not he's not going to be. So you figure, and I know how it was for him. That he turned pro late, and him and I have had this conversation where he feels like he needs to accomplish something. But dude, you won your pro show. You won your first pro show, right? You won your second Masters pro show. You won your third. You'd think that's enough. Then he went for a fourth and a fifth. So it's not a matter of what he has to prove.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's almost like, dude, this is like, like Evander Holyfield,
yes.
Dude, you got to stop fighting.
Right, exactly.
You got to stop fighting. The shit isn't good for you. You got to move on. Like for health reasons, you just can't continue to do this shit. Do
you think he's in the position where he might have health issues and he still is going because he just can't? He can't. Well,
he
retire.
Just posted that he has an autoimmune thing. He has pull up his. Can you pull up his?
Yeah, sure.
He's getting some blood work done, and he has talks about it.
I was diagnosed with Epstein-Barr. That sounds like a very, very smart test you would pass to become a lawyer.
No, it's an autoimmune.
Okay. I need to support my immune system So I'm getting an IV vitamin drip. Okay. Let's see. I had blood work done because I've been extremely tired and not wanting to do much the past few weeks. I had to mentally focus on what I had to do for the day, from training clients to my own workouts. And then I was done with no energy, diagnosed EBV infection. Can be challenging because the symptoms are similar to other illnesses. EBV infection can be confirmed with a blood test. Detects antibodies. About 9 out of 10 adults have antibodies that show that they have a current or past EBV infection. If you had mono, chances of having EBV are great. Okay. We're going to keep it 100, so we'll keep it 100. Vinny is a great guy.
Yeah.
He should retire.
Yeah.
He should retire. He's proven and accomplished more than the majority of pro bodybuilders, masters on or open.
Right.
And he has been a staple in the bodybuilding community in the tri-state area since the early 90s. You know, he literally is like bodybuilding royalty in New Jersey. So we want to see you be healthy and live a healthy life and right off into the sunset. We don't want to see you push yourself to the point where you're going to hurt yourself.
Well, with Epstein-Barr, dude, it's your immune system's compromised, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you put yourself in a pre-competition mode where your body fat's reduced, you're beating yourself up with cardio and a restricted diet, there are some health risks that come along with that. And if you don't have a healthy immune system to protect you from that, you know, a certain virus or something could wipe you out that normally wouldn't, you know. So, you know, I'd like to see Vinny, you know, and I'm sure he'll always, you know, be involved to some degree. And I know he has a training business and he preps people and stuff like that, and he's passing it along. And, you know,
he's turned a few guys pro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he? Okay, good for him. Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
good.
one of the guys I keep in touch with, Mike Van Sant. He's a.
Oh, I know Mike. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But you know, it's just you know, time to move on.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Even me, I stay on top of it. I went for a stress test yesterday. I had my day off was yesterday. And I my doctor said, you know my doctor, right? Dr. Vinny Boombots.
How'd it go?
Right? Yeah. Went fine. But basically I had an EKG at my regular doctor, and he said, just to be on the safe side, you know, he referred a cardiologist. So I went, and I had to get a stress test, and then they check your coronary with the fucking thing. And then they check your heart with the fucking thing like you're pregnant, you know. And then they give you a test with your finger. Not that kind of test. They put this thing on your finger, and the first part is 1 minute, and the other part is 5 minutes, and you got to sit there with this thing on your finger. And so I had to do 12 minutes on the treadmill at like a
145 heart rate for a few minutes, and you don't pass out. How'd you do?
Yeah,
you survived?
I survived. I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating and breathing heavy toward the end, you know, because it's not like, you know, a casual stroll, you know. But all the girls that were working there, oh man, they were all moist by the time I was done.
I bet.
They couldn't control themselves. It's amazing.
Right.
You're a sick fuck.
I did one last year.
Oh yeah. Everything good?
Well, dude, I do sprints and I do cardio, so I do a stress test almost every day. You know.
Okay.
I put it whenever he was dying.
Yeah.
Post COVID and you know, everybody's having heart attacks and shit like that, dude. You know, I want to make sure I'm safe. I got kids.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I got this is the second time I did it. So.
Yeah. So I had blood work and ecocardiogram, an EKG, the stress test. They scanned me, you know.
All that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm perfect heart.
I think it was what is it? An athletic heart? Is that what they call it?
A quick story. I went 4 or 5 years ago. right? Just to be safe. I was in my 40s, and I'm like, let me get checked, and So I go in there, and he's reading the results. He said, "All right, come on in, and sit down." And, you're fucking sweating bullets. You don't know. I did, all the shit I've done in my past. So I'm figuring, dude, you got a few months left, and we're gonna, call an attorney, write your fucking will out, So he said, "Look, your heart is pumping at 50% capacity."
What?
Yeah. So I said, "Oh." I said, "What does that mean?" He goes, "No, that's perfect." He goes, if your heart had to beat at 100% capacity, that means it's taking 100% of your heart's effort to pump your blood through. Because you're at 50%, that's perfect.
Oh,
dude, hold on, you gotta give me a little heads up before you say something like that.
Yeah, really.
So he's like,
that's the equivalent of giving a girl anal without telling her.
So he's like, here's this, here's this artery, this ventricle, and yours is opening up this way. Like, what fucking way are they supposed to? He's like, no, they're opening up perfectly. I said, Doc, you got to work on your fucking bedside manner, dude. I said, because I just pissed myself thinking like,
yeah.
He's like, no, he's like, to be honest, he's like, dude, he's like, you have a perfectly healthy heart.
Oh, good.
I said, hold on. I said, all the years, and I was honest with him about everything, and I said, all the years of stuff I've done. I said, those guys that, they say they have silent heart attacks, and they don't know. I said, do you see any stress lines or tears in my heart or in anything? Because, the silent heart attack, I could have swore I've had 4 or 5 of them. He's like, no, you have a perfect heart. You have this. And it's like, holy shit, dude. So,
well, that's good. I'm glad you're.
And then I went again last year just to make sure after COVID, because I had COVID, dude, and I had myocarditis from it. It fucked me up for a couple months,
Yeah, I had COVID bad last year too, and it turned into vertigo and then bronchitis. Yeah, they thought I was having a stroke. They sent me from work. They sent me to the hospital. I told you the story, right? I didn't tell you the story.
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, I was at work. I had gotten over COVID, and it was New Year's Eve. That's right. It was New Year's Eve, and last year, and I was getting like super dizzy, and it got to the point where I couldn't even stand up, right? And then I just started throwing up, and I was at work, and we have 2-way radios. So the supervisor, his name was Matt. I was like, Matt. He's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, dude, you gotta call an ambulance, man. I don't know. I'm in the bathroom. I'm throwing up. I can't walk straight, and it was like serious. So they fucking go right to the hospital. They pick me up, no problem, blah, blah. They think I'm having a stroke, right? So they now this is the first time I ever realized inside what it's like to be a responsible man, and I'll explain, right? They're putting these things in me. They're sending me to test, and I'm like, I tell the doctors, like the doctors are there, and I'm like, you got to tell me what's going on, like what's happening. She goes, well, we're checking you for a stroke, and instantly, I did not think about myself. The only people I thought about was who's going to take care of my wife, who's taking care of my mother. That's it. And I actually grabbed the doctor's arm, and I was like, you have to help me. And it wasn't about me internally. That's the only 2 things I was thinking about. And I'm like, I never like had that moment where it was like, I can't die. My wife depends on me. My mother depends on me. I can only imagine what it is if you have kids. Right. And then they found that I was vertigo. Never saw the doctors again. That's it. It took me 3 hours to fucking.
Yeah, we have better shit to do. Dude.
yeah. Took me 3 hours.
Well, it's funny when I went to the cardiologist, right? The one like last year, because I was getting nervous, because like I said, everybody's dying from heart attacks and strokes, and I went back, and that's when I got the echo, the cardiac stress test and echocardiogram and EKG blood work, and so my testosterone level was at almost 1,500. So it's almost as high as it can possibly read, So I was worried. Now I have a difficult time taking my blood pressure or having somebody take my blood pressure, right? Because I get like white coat syndrome. So as soon as the doctor comes in and puts it on my arm, dude, my heart starts fucking beating. I'm thinking of all the shit I've done and how I'm going to get it bad. And my numbers, it takes 3 or 4 times to get an average reading from me. So I know this. So my blood pressure was up and this and that. And so the doctor's coming back to read the results from me. And he said, all right, dude, everything's fine. Yeah, no issues with your heart. Here's your scan. Here's this, here's that. I said, well, my blood pressure is up a little bit. He goes, yeah. He's like, but don't, I know you said you had white coat syndrome and your heart, when we did your stress test, your blood pressure came down at a perfect rate from when you were accelerated from when you were running on the treadmill. He's like, so there's no real issues from concern. I said, yeah, but all these people are dying. And he's like, listen, dude, he like looked at me as if I'm wasting his fucking time. Dude, it was so humbling because I've never been spoken this way by a doctor before. He's like, dude, if you're really worried about your blood pressure and you're worried about your hemoglobin level, get off the testosterone. He goes, if you had high blood pressure, right, with cholesterol, with triglycerides, with thickening of the blood, he goes, then I'd worry. He goes, but dude, he's like, your electrolytes are in perfect balance. He's like, there's nothing fucking wrong with you.
Right.
Your hemoglobin level, you have to donate blood every couple of months. Just keep
I got to do that. Yeah.
He's like, dude, if that's you really concerned, get off the fucking testosterone. I'm like, okay, right. He's like, he was come back in about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Dude, he was gone, like out of the fucking room. And same thing, I had to deal with all the nurses to sign me out and get me the fuck out.
Yeah, right. And they all got moist too, I'm sure.
These are older ladies.
Really? No, they get moist.
I got it.
All right. I'm gonna call it quits. Oh, there's 1 hour perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to get in touch with Jose Raymond and King Kamali, see if we could do a preview. Just a stupid and the bodybuilding channel is growing, right? And I'm thinking 2 years to 3 years from now, I'm hoping I can have a booth at the Olympia, right? If everything keeps going the way it is. Would you do it with me? The I Prevail and Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, we're doing it with security. Actually,
I'm not allow them in the building.
What'd you say?
Might not allow them in the building.
I actually already looked into the security part.
Well, dude, you gotta think of that. Dude. For a booth at the Olympia, what are you looking to get out of it?
I just want to be at the Olympia with security and women with large breasts working for me. That's it.
So it's all ego. So you're just going there for pure ego, not for enriching the business.
I want to make a splash.
So the reality is, dude, I've worked expo shows from the Olympia to the Arnold in this industry for the past 30 fucking years. I have done it as an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it as an employee and sales rep for 2 or 3 different supplement companies before I started my own. And I've seen the ins and outs, and I see why people do it. And the majority of people do that because everybody wants to show they have the biggest dick in the industry that year.
Yeah, mine's huge.
But my point is, for people like that, if you don't have a plan, a good strategic plan of why you're doing this, you get no return on investment. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? So
I understand.
We go there, we got to have a purpose and an agenda.
Yeah, we got a couple of years to figure it out, though.
We got a couple of years to figure it out, like you just said.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I wouldn't mind. Hopefully, the company's big enough at that point where people know who we are and what we're about, and want to come over to the booth and.
I'll see if Vanessa wants to work for us.
Well, Vanessa, hopefully in 3-4 years, she's still looking good. Years might not be as kind to her as they've been to us.
No, you ain't kidding.
Right.
All right, brother. Listen, I appreciate it, of course.
Yes,
every time. Serious Silliness Bodybuilding. I Prevail subs. We're like attached to the hip. Serious Silliness Bodybuilding. I Prevail subs.
What do you call when the two wieners go together, like the snakes? They call
crossing the streams.
Yeah. No, not the screen.
Like Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right. Later, dude.
All right, brother. Be safe.